Everybody, welcome to Ask Dr. Testosterone, starring Dr. George Soulianos and brought to you by his book, The Bible of Bodybuilding 2, over 700 pages, everything you need to know about training, nutrition, supplementation, and PED use. Most of the questions you guys ask on the show are actually covered in that book. Check it out on Amazon.com. And now, all the way from Athens, Greece, please welcome the good doctor, George Toulianos. How are you, sir?
Fine, Ron. Thank you. A good week. So during the weekend, I work on my tan. That's why I'm looking tan. The point is, before my visit in the States, I already was doing artificial tanning, so it stimulated my melanocytes. That's why I'm tanning way faster now, rather than if I was not doing any kind of solarium during the winter. So it's about stimulating your melanocytes.
This is the darkest you get facial. Could you get even darker than that?
No, I think I'm getting, because I'm blonde, I'm getting kind of reddish and brown, but not dark brown.
I never get brown. I get like a reddish brown. Looks like I have like high blood pressure, but I don't. It's actually I had my physical last week. My blood pressure was fine. I can't remember what it was, but it was good.
Good. Okay.
I'm getting more blood work this week. So I'll tell you all about that when that time comes. We had a few questions, not a ton, but this is a very manageable amount of questions because we don't want people to tune out because they can't have an attention span past 20 minutes. So let's get to it, sir. What are your thoughts for people who don't compete with a low budget? What are the top 3 supplements to take year round if you could only pick 3 supplements?
Yeah, well, we can speak about the most organic ones, which is creatine monohydrate. I think leucine or HMB, and then of course protein. But the point is, leucine is included in the protein, and then you may need a multivitamin pack because these are 3 independent supplements. If we speak about from a health perspective, then perhaps you're going to need some krill oil, melatonin if you want to improve your sleep, improves recovery, of course. I don't know, and caffeine, of course, as a pre-workout also, So it depends. It's what do you want the most? What can I say? If you're using too much of steroids, perhaps you need some red rice yeast or some glutathione. So it depends.
Yeah, I think that's the top 3 you came up with. Creatine monohydrate, protein powder, and a multivitamin. These
exactly.
aren't like
the 3 classic independent class categories.
Yeah, it doesn't get any more basic or classic than that. So yeah.
Yeah, because glutamine and BCAAs are included in the protein.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, these are proven things that have been used for decades now, decades. So, all right, cool. Here's a good question. We got, 2 hair loss questions this week. We get hair loss questions every week, of course. We men, we want to keep our hair. So the guy wants to know, will taking Propecia / finasteride with deca or NPP accelerate male pattern baldness? There appears to be a lot of bro science surrounding this topic that you will lose more hair with this combination. Is there any anecdotal evidence that actually exists? What are your thoughts, Dr. T? Finasteride and deca, bad mix for your hair or no?
Why should it accelerate? I mean, I don't understand if there's any solid explanation over here. My thoughts are the following. If you're using any kind of drugs apart from testosterone, you cannot block the hair thinning because the anti-androgens, finasteride, dutasteride, they just block the conversion of testosterone to DHT. So if you take the DHT derivatives, end of the story. You're going to have hair thinning no matter what, no matter how much you get sprayed with dutasteride or finasteride. If you want to save your hair and grow more hair, actually just use tons of testosterone with loads of dutasteride and finasteride. But that's all. Now, we said that DECA, and Conor described this also in the last anabolics, that DECA is the only anabolic steroid that does not reduce DHT, but to DHN, dihydronandrolone, which is less androgenic than DHT. And supposedly, it favors less the hair thinning and the benign prostatic hyperplasia. Now, if you use the DECA by itself, who uses DECA by itself? Nobody.
There are some people. There are. Well, I
There are
would.
people, but why they skip the testosterone? Because the testosterone, you can block the conversion. We're not sure about if DHN can be blocked by those compounds. Personally, I do not know. But if you use testosterone deca, yes, you can block the conversion of testosterone to DHT. And if supposedly DHN is not that bad, then go for it along with the blockers. But please, those bro science fellas, give me some solid evidence explanation, because the anecdotal thing is like spreading fairy tales.
I mean,
Okay.
I didn't know if there was any science back that up, or it's just like a rumor, a myth, an anecdotal thing that's been passed around from, meathead bro to meathead bro. Who knows? All right, another hair loss question. Can saw palmetto help prevent hair loss from using testosterone? If so, what dosage should be used and any potential side effects? Saw
I
palmetto.
don't think so that interferes with hair thinning than the benign prostatic hyperplasia. I'm using Saw Palmetto along with lycopene because my DNA favors prostatic cancer. And I think that it may block a little bit the DHT, not like the 5-iron reductase inhibitors, but I don't think you're going to grow hair with Saw Palmetto. Even with finasteride, you cannot grow hair. You can stop the hair thinning. With dutasteride, you can grow new hair follicles. Dutasteride blocks both the receptors 1 and 2. It castrates you chemically, okay, literally. You're gonna have massive depression with dutasteride if you don't take testosterone along with it. But it's miraculous for the hair, yes. And actually, if you want to castrate a rapist, you give him loads of dutasteride, you end him, you finish him as a man.
Wow.
And the levels of castration below 150 total testosterone.
Ooh.
But I have a patient who's 60 years old, does not remove his prostate. He has cancer. He gets laid with 30-year-old girls, and he improves his scalp, his hair.
So dutasteride.
Because he takes dutasteride and testosterone, all year round.
So Propecia is finasteride, I believe.
Propecia, yeah, Avodart is dutasteride. Yes, Propecia is for the prostate.
I'd say I wonder why we don't use more dutasteride in the U.S. It's all about finasteride here. I don't even hear about dutasteride.
To be honest, for hair thinning, it's dutasteride, and for prostate, it's finasteride.
Okay, wow, we got it all
because actually dutasteride is for both. But if you want to be strict, finasteride does not interfere with the scalp. It just interferes with the prostate.
All right. They sell all this Propecia to grow your hair back.
Yeah, well, I want to be fair. No, the top 4 compounds for hair, ketoconazole shampoo that blocks the DHT in the scalp. Actually, it's for Danfour, but it has shown that it blocks the DHT. Number 2, minoxidil improves the blood flow. And number 3, those 5-iron reductase inhibitors, the anti-androgens that kill DHT. They also kill your mood and they kill your sex drive, but take testosterone along with to counterbalance the side effects. And actually, you can use dutasteride, as I said, locally, not systemically from the mouth.
Right.
All right. So it does not interfere that much with the sex drive.
I've been using the ketoconazole. I can't even pronounce it. Shampoo.
Yeah, ketoconazole shampoo. Yeah, and the minoxidil foam.
Yeah,
but those two drugs are not killing the DHT massively like the other 2.
Yeah, I mean,
and if you take wrong Proviron, end of story. Yeah. End of story. If you take testosterone, all good and growth hormone. But if you put Proviron, I'm sorry, we cannot do anything about it.
And I took Proviron for probably 3 years, not even realizing that. What a dummy I was. Oh well. All right. Next question. First cycle question. We get that every week. Would you say 200 milligrams test is too conservative of a dosage to start out for a first cycle? Also, how long would you run a cycle for a first-time user? 200 milligrams.
Well, it's fine. 1 ml of 1 cc of CPNA. Yeah. I think that's how it's sold in the States, 200 milligrams per ml. It's fine to go for 8 weeks. All right.
Yeah. Well, see, a lot of guys argue with me about that, and I don't know the answer, so that's why we ask you. It's 200 milligrams is like a replacement dose, or
Well,
maybe a little higher.
actually, to be honest, 200
Yeah.
milligrams will give you more than 1,000.
Okay. So, but what I'm saying is it's going to replace. So if you're like a 24-year-old man, young man with normal high testosterone, and you take 200 milligrams of testosterone a week for 8 weeks, are you still going to see a lot of gains, a lot of benefits, or is it just going to shut you down and replace exactly what you're already on?
Listen, I have fellas that are about 1,300 natural.
Okay.
All right, and they have a decent physique, but they're not. I'm not sure if they get as lean as if they were on testosterone. The point is, it's up to the diet as well. I mean, I've seen addict people ripped, but they have to go down in body weight.
Yeah.
All right. Now, it's a good question whether your levels are natural or artificial if you're going to see the same result.
Mm. Yeah.
All
Because
right. The point is, if you get plaqued with exogenous testosterone, no matter what, your levels are going to be, according to the half life, of course, but you're not going to have fluctuations throughout the day. Unlike the natty people that if they stay up all night, the cortisol will lower the testosterone. Okay, the prolactin also will lower the testosterone. If they do fasting, also the SHBG will go up and lower the free testosterone. And it fluctuates, but if you get your dose on a daily basis, and this is the benefit with TRT for doping. They blame that those guys that they compete in games with a TRT special exemption, they have already still levels no matter what, unlike the genetic guy that fluctuates throughout the day depending on the circumstances.
sure.
So I think you have a benefit if you administrate your exogenous, on a steady time, and it doesn't, you don't let it drop.
I mean, I've been guilty. I've told people, so I'm a very guilty bro scientist here. I've told people 200 is not enough for first cycle. I would tell them like 400 milligrams for your first cycle.
It's a lot. It's a lot, though. You can use one vial, which is 250. It's better than nothing.
Oh
Come
yeah,
on.
I mean, because my first
One
cycle,
vial, 250 will get you 2,000.
okay,
No teenager has 2,000.
yeah, probably not. I
They're
mean,
going to have 11, 1,200 the most, okay?
yeah,
But they have to work hard to get advantage of those levels. Otherwise, if they are lazy bastards, end of story.
yeah,
They just have a high sex drive, that's all.
yeah. You got to train, you got to eat, guys. All right, our final question: due to how to use injectable L-carnitine injection sites, intramuscular or subcutaneous in the abdomen area before workout, early in the morning, or it doesn't matter. So how's the
I'm
what's
not
the
sure
best
though
way?
if L-carnitine, well, theoretically, it helps, it assists the free fatty acids to enter to the mitochondrium, which are the powerhouses for the beta oxidation. And usually, when endurance athletes come to my office, I tell them you can use also a little bit of L-carnitine because it improves the fat burning as an energy procedure, because eventually you get depleted out of glycogen, you need some fat. So it eliminates your fat as energy, release when you run at a slow pace. But also, theoretically, under low fat state with a low insulin level, you can use 1 gram of liquid L-carnitine and assist along with some ECA stack your empty stomach cardio, fat burning, as long as it's also over half an hour that it takes some time for the beta oxidation to occur. I've not heard about injectable L-carnitine. I don't think is it water soluble? I'm not sure about it. But the plastic surgeons speak about cryolipolysis, which is another procedure that kills your adipose tissue. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, some bodybuilders are concerned in their glutes about that spot reduction. But I'm not against the L-carnitine. I believe the most observable way is the liquid versus the tablet. Now, about the injectable, I never heard something. Also, I've heard of spraying yourself with L-carnitine and caffeine, but I doubt if it's absorbed,
Oh boy.
Come on.
Yeah. I mean, I heard years ago that injectable L-carnitine was more effective because, as they said, the stomach, when you take it orally, the stomach degrades a lot of it. But, I don't know anyone that's used. I honestly, I've talked to
Into
plenty
the
of people.
muscles, subcutaneous, who knows? And intravenous, and doubt.
I mean, there's so many fat burning drugs out there. I don't know why you would, if you're going to start injecting stuff, I don't know why you'd bother with
There was once
L-carnitine.
upon a time injectable clenbuterol, into the
Really?
subcutaneous.
Wow.
Yeah, of
Huh.
course.
Wow. Did not
About
know
a
that.
decade ago in Greece,
Hmm.
and it was very good. You should be very concerned not to overdose that
I
with an
bet.
insulin series.
I mean, because the whole problem with clenbuterol is it comes in micrograms. So
Yes.
I think that's people
Yeah.
can confuse that with milligrams, and that's a very bad mistake to make.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's one's 100 times or
And
1,000
also,
times.
I've tried ephedrine injectable. Man, it's so
Ooh,
fast acting. Yeah.
oh gosh, so it's dangerous. Wow.
Yes.
Anyway, doctor, beautiful pictures from the beach over the weekend in Greece. You make me want to go visit Greece.
We
If
have
you,
about now 75 degrees.
oh, perfect.
Yeah.
That's
70,
perfect.
75. Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad at all. And it was hotter here yesterday. It was 80 degrees here
Really,
in
yeah.
Boston. Yeah, I don't know why. Sometimes we get these crazy hot days
And
out
crazy.
here.
I mean, May 1st, we had raining here.
Yeah, yeah, we've been having a lot of rain, but then one day it was like 80, 81 degrees, blazing sun. Could have gone to the beach yesterday, but it's very early May. We're not going to the beach. Anyway, yeah, we'll talk next week. We're gonna talk about New York Pro next week because that's the next big show coming up. So hopefully by next time we talk, we'll know who's in the show. I'm really praying for a few big names. So yeah, that's it, guys. Please get that book, Bible of Bodybuilding 2 on Amazon.com. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, share the videos, put your notification bells on here on YouTube and on your phone. And if you have questions for the doctor, please leave them here below. And if you're watching an older episode that's not the newest episode posted, put your question on the newest episode because we don't typically go back. Dr. T actually went back and got a couple questions this time from recent episodes, but normally we just go with questions from week to week. So we want to make sure you guys have all your questions answered. That's why we're here. Thank you so much, Doctor. As always, doing great work, passing on your knowledge and experience to all the people around the world who need it. And that's it. We thank you guys for watching Ask Dr. Testosterone, and we'll see you next time. Hey, did you like that video? Smash that like button, subscribe to MD, and please comment down below. Thanks for watching.